Everyone wants to change their life, but no one wants to do the same thing every single day. You crave results, but you hate repetition. You want control, but your actions are ruled by mood, and that's why your life stays exactly the same. You wake up some days feeling unstoppable, and other days you scroll, snooze, and disappear. That's not inconsistency, that's mental chaos. You think you're choosing, but the truth is, you're reacting. The Stoics knew this trap. They knew that the real enemy is not weakness, it's emotional noise. Your mind, untrained, will look for comfort. It will lie to you, and you'll believe it, because it feels true. But there's a different way to live, a way built not on motivation, but on discipline, where you do what's needed, not when you feel like it, but because it's who you've decided to become. You won't find it in loud speeches. You'll find it in silent mornings, in small wins that look boring from the outside, but build something unbreakable inside. So, here's the truth. Consistency isn't magic. It's a quiet war against everything trying to distract you. Let's be honest. You've tried routines before. You've started habits, made plans, even bought that new journal. But something always breaks it. A stressful week, a bad night, a voice in your head whispering, "It's okay to skip today." So you skip. One day becomes three become 10, and suddenly you're back where you started, confused, disappointed, frustrated. Not because you're lazy, not because you lack willpower, but because you built your identity on motivation, not discipline. You tell yourself, "I'll get back on track Monday." But deep down, you know Monday never changes anything. Because consistency isn't about choosing the perfect moment. It's about choosing even when it's the worst. It's about showing up when you're tired, writing when you're uninspired, training when your muscles ache. That's not punishment. That's practice. The world taught you to chase ease. Stoicism teaches you to choose effort, because the self you want to become doesn't come from comfort. It comes from repetition. The Stoics never cared about motivation. They didn't wait to feel ready. They believed in one thing: show up, no matter what. Marcus Aurelius didn't ask himself if he was in the mood. He wrote, fought, ruled, because it was his duty. Discipline over desire, purpose over comfort. They taught that every day is war, and every time you act with discipline, you win a small battle, even when no one sees it, even when it feels pointless, because repetition rewires your identity. When you wake up early, even tired, you prove something to yourself. When you eat clean, even when you crave junk, you build control. When you sit in silence instead of scrolling, you reclaim your time. That's how consistency is born, not from goals but from grit. Not from feelings, but from decision. You don't need more motivation. You need fewer excuses. And if today feels hard, good. You're finally where the real work begins. If this hit you, maybe you're ready to stop breaking promises to yourself. Consistency isn't discipline, it's identity. It's not just what you do, it's who you are when no one's watching. The Stoics didn't wake up asking, "Should I train today?" They trained because that's what they were made of. There was no debate, no drama, no waiting for motivation to strike. That kind of noise belonged to the outside world. You've been taught to chase motivation, to scroll until something clicks. But what if the strongest version of you already exists, and it's buried under layers of excuses? The Stoic doesn't look for inspiration. He builds systems. He creates structure so strong it holds even when he's broken. He chooses pain on purpose, so life's pain doesn't choose him. He shows up even when it's dark, especially when it's dark. That's not obsession, that's alignment. A life that doesn't wobble under stress, because the foundation is real. So don't try to force consistency like it's a chore. Become it. The reason you struggle with consistency, you're trying to feel consistent. But consistency isn't a mood, it's a decision, a quiet one, a choice made in silence, repeated in solitude, confirmed in chaos. You won't always feel like showing up. That's not failure, that's biology. But the Stoic doesn't ask for perfect days. He just demands one thing: show up anyway. Most people want change, but they're addicted to the same comfort that kills it. Comfort is not your friend. It whispers lies like, "Take it easy today. You'll start fresh tomorrow." But tomorrow doesn't exist. There's only now. There's only today's tiny choice, and you make it, or you don't. No one's coming to rescue you from distraction. There's no mentor, no magic quote, no final spark. There's just you, and what you choose to repeat. So repeat power, repeat clarity, repeat what builds you until it becomes you. And when that switch flips, you won't need to try anymore. You'll just wake up and become the person you once had to force yourself to be. You already know what needs to be done, but what if you don't do it today and tomorrow never comes? Consistency doesn't ask for your passion. It doesn't care how you feel. It waits quietly every day until you either return or disappear. The world's full of loud goals and empty follow-through, but you're here, still watching. Maybe that means you've already started. And if you've started, don't stop. Keep building quietly every single day. Because if not you, then who? And if not now, then when? Here's the real question. If you broke your pattern today, would it haunt you tomorrow?